test, test. Testing, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for day 2 of the Nike Mideast Qualifier here in downtown St. Louis at America Center, as we are set to take on another St. Louis club, as we're taking on POW from the south side. This is their 16 club. RDA, LAL, whatever that means, not sure, but we are down 1 as we get started, as that was an errant pass. And Greta will get that to Allie. Allie will just turn and dump it over, and that'll be our first point. As we ended up taking first in our pool yesterday after dropping that last match, but due to the number count they do with sets and matches and points and everything, we ended up coming out on top, and we're still fighting for gold if we take first or second, I believe, in our pool here today. We still get to battle for gold. So we got 3 St. Louis teams in this pool, as we'll go up against POW to start with. We'll see Navy later today as we come in ranked 2nd in our pool, and Navy is ranked number 1. This POW team is ranked number 4. And then we'll have a team from Tulsa, Tulsa Power, ranked 3rd. They just went up against Navy. Had a good battle. Navy 1 and 2, but it was 2 tight sets. So here we are, as we're down 2-1 against POW. We faced this team over in the President's Day tournament here at the Dome and took them down in 2 sets pretty easily. So hopefully we can lather, rinse, repeat that here in the Mideast Qualifier, as Cam will go back to serve. We're tied up at 2. A little different surroundings for you, as we're up in the ballroom today. So we're on the 2nd floor, a little quieter. Got some carpet. Lighting's a little dimmer, though, and that'll sail outside. And POW will take the 3-2 lead. Hopefully the T-Mobile service is a little bit better up here on the 2nd floor. You guys will be able to watch the stream a little better. This one will come back at Chloe. That'll come up. Allie has to run under it. She'll get it to Jane. She'll tip it into the Hertz Donut, and then Jane will clean up the overpass as that came back over at us. Ties us back up, 3 apiece. It's going to be a dogfight all 3 matches today, as none of these are going to be slouches. Allie serves that one down the right side. This one's going to get tipped over. Chloe unable to get there. We'll go down a single again. Next offer coming from their southpaw setter goes at Chloe. Liv gets under it. Jane will tip it into the back right. It's going to go to their outside. Chloe gets one hand on it. That's not going to make it over, as I think that was Jane tried to get a play on it. And we find ourselves down 5-3. Right side, Jane's got it. Liv pushes it out to Zoe, and Zoe Parks will get that one off the net and down, get herself a kill, cut that lead to 1. That'll bring in Reagan. She'll go back to serve. She'll send it down the right side. And the overpass will come over, and Zoe Davis will make that an easy play. And we're tied up a nickel apiece, 5-5. Reagan will go right back to the well there to the right side. This one's coming over to the right side. Reagan's got that easy one up to Liv. Hal plays it. Chloe gets a hand on it, gets some help from Reagan. She'll get the out of system over to Greta, who will get the kill, and we'll take our first lead of the match, 6-5. Reagan this time will send it left side, get herself the ace. As she switches things up. Goes over back to the right side this time. Quick set to the middle. That's going to sail long. And we'll take a 3-point lead, 8-5. Goes a short serve there. And Zoe Davis tried to clean that one up, unable to. Good little run by Reagan. Gets us a couple points in the plus side. And Powell serving. Chloe will get that one, a little overpass. Reagan will pick that up, get it to Liv. Greta with a good swing, picked up by Powell, pushed over to the outside, swing down the side. Olivia has to play it, does a good job of defending it. Reagan gets an easy one, gets it up to Liv. Good pass to Zoe Parks. That one goes all the way up to the ceiling. From the outside, defended and tipped back over by Zoe. Free ball, Reagan, Liv. Zoe Davis, she'll get the kill from the middle and take us to 9-6. Chloe to serve. She'll send this one right in the middle. That one coming from the outside off the high hands, and that's going to go down into the back left corner. That one, Greta gets some high hands on it, gets a little help from Reagan, and Zoe will send the free ball over, and we regroup. From the right side, back deep middle, Reagan gets some help from Chloe. Good play as we keep that alive, and that falls into the back right corner. And that's just, again, you just keep the ball in play, get a good play on it, good things happen as Powell thought that was going to go out of bounds, and it found the blue. And a point for yours truly, your Rockwood Thunder. There's a swing cross court. Reagan will get that one up, and Kennedy will help her out. Get the out of system over to Greta, and Greta will take it from there. Take us right to the Slurpee score, 7-11, and we're on the right side of that. 11-7 in favor of the Thunder. Kennedy to serve. She goes down the left side, but too far to the left. Too much English on it, and that one went all the way to the, just to the outside of the line there, and take us to 11-8. If you can see all the way on the other side, there's our opposing studio booth, as that one will sail away like a pirate ship and take us to 12-8. There's Powell's broadcast team over there. Old Cap and this one never made it over the net. They're going to say it was blocked. That's going to roll out of bounds, take us to 13-8. That's old Cap and Ox over there, the guys I started this with, pioneered this whole broadcasting for club volleyball many moons ago. Good to see the guys over there still doing it. Kennedy to Allie, the slide to Cam. That's going to go off the high hands. No, they're going to say no touch. I thought I saw hands, but 54, almost 54-year-old eyes can deceive you. Kennedy will have that one come all the way back here, and we'll line up and do it again with a 3-point lead. Kennedy won't get it twice like that. She gets that one nicely up to Allie, and Jane will power that one through the block. There's a net violation on us. Greta Alley does her best just to keep that one as it was tight to the net and makes a play on it. Gets a kill. That's the good thing about having your setter in the front row. She can do that. 15-11. She'll serve seam right. Setter has to run a long way. Swing on it. Overpass. Good job by Chloe to pick that up. Jane blocked. Chloe gets another hand on it, plays it up. Jane will free ball it over, and we'll regroup. Slide over to the right side. That's an easy picking for Allie. Chloe with the out of system over to Zoe Parks. Picks up her own rebound. Allie pushes it out to Jane. Jane tips it up and over the block, changes things up. Like Jenny from the block, tips it over the block, and we're at 16-11 and a timeout by Powell as they don't have an answer for Jane so far. And we'll be back after this timeout. And we're back out of the timeout. Allie to serve with a 5-point advantage. And she sent that one through the gap there and under the flag and all kinds of stuff. Not what she wanted. She's got a sheepish grin on her face as she high-fives her teammates on the sideline there. 16-12 in favor of the Thunder. A lollipop over. Jane's got that one easily. Liv gets it to Zoe Parks. She'll send it back left side. We got a net violation. We'll take the easy point there as the young lady from Powell decided she wanted to get up close and personal with the net for no reason. And we'll see Reagan step back in, go to serve, see if she can go on another little run like she did a little bit ago. She'll send it seam right. Pushed over to the right side. That'll go off of Greta and over to the fans. Short serve. Reagan diving in to get to it. Can't get there. That one up and over Reagan's head. Looked like it was going out. Fell down into the back corner, and that's 2 aces in a row for Powell and 2 more than we wanted. They've cut the lead to 2. Reagan won't let it happen again as she gets that one up to Liv, and Liv will feed it to Greta. Greta will find the Hertz donut, and that'll do it for there. It's 18-15 now. Chloe will go back to serve. She'll go seam right. Setter's going to push it to her right side. That's just going to get tipped over. Reagan does a great job of running that down. And good things happen. 19-15. Just make a play on it. Going to the outside, tipped over. Reagan gets that one, and Chloe will play the out of system to Greta. Chloe gets the rebound. Zoe Parks will put it in the back middle. Pushed over to the outside, down the line. Olivia gets a defensive hand up. That's about all she can do, as that one was coming hot at her. 19-16 in favor of Rockwood. Line drive, Reagan fights it off. Chloe helps her out a little bit with it. Pushed over to the outside, Reagan high hands it up to Olivia. She gets it to Greta, good cut by Greta. That one gonna go Powell's way, as that was a chaotic point altogether. Point spread is 2 right now in favor of Rockwood. We're getting back into the bottom part of this for our first set here in second day. Greta will Olay that one up. Cam will dump it over the block. Pushed over to the right side, cross court, and that'll go gap right. And Gabby's going to call a timeout and talk it over with the girls. We'll be back after the timeout. And we're back out of the timeout. Powell gets serve. This one will come at Greta. She's going to get it to Liv. We got a net violation on Powell. That'll work out in our favor. Stretch that lead back out to 2. Kennedy will come in to serve. She'll go left side. This one was going to fall in. They had put a play on. That'll be an ace for Kennedy, as that one goes into the net and nobody able to play it. She'll go back that left side again. Setter's going to push it over to her outside off the high hands. Reagan with a heck of a dig. Keeps that alive from the outside again. Down the line. Kennedy with a heck of a dig. Greta puts a swing on and gets the kill. Keep it alive, girls, and give your hitters a chance, and that's what the back row is all about. Get an equipment timeout here. One of the Powell girls needs a tire shoe. And we're back to live action. 4-point spread, 22-18. Kennedy serving. She'll go gap left and gets the ace, as we got the I got it, you take it. And there's a timeout for Powell, as the girls got things rolling. It's 23-18 right now in favor of your Rockwood Thunder. While we're at the timeout, just let everybody know we got a nice little wristband handed out to us before the start of the game. It's hashtag Team JZ, Together We Fight, with a cancer ribbon on there, and it made us think about Joe's at home watching the broadcast today. Let everybody know we we're all thinking about him and wishing him well. Love to see you out here yesterday, and hope you can come join us tomorrow. But appreciate you, Joe, and hope you're doing well. And we're back after out of the timeout here as Kennedy sends this one gap left. That's going to get sprayed around. Free ball coming. All the way out of bounds, and that'll take us to set point here in set one, 24-18. Kennedy will go back to that seam left. That's going to spray way back to the stands. Free ball again. Dumped over. Kennedy to Alley. Alley pushes it out to Greta. Greta hammers it down, and that's set one in the books. 25-18. We'll be back to bring you set two shortly after this. All right, we're back for set two. First one went the good way, went to Rockwood. Kennedy's going to start us off. She'll pepper that left line again. And that one's going to get pushed over, and we'll start set one like we did set two with Powell getting the first point. This one will come at Chloe. We'll go up to Allie. Allie pushes it out to Greta. Greta with a great cut. And we'll tie it up at one. Greta will try the left side as well. Setter gets it to her right side. Cross court Kennedy. That one will go all the way over. The setter will take that into her own hands, and that'll go off Kennedy and be a Powell point. That'll sail away like a kite without a string. We're tied at 2. Cam serve goes right side. This is going to be just free balled, not over. That one never made it over. And it's 3-2 in favor of the Thunder. Cam will shoot this one left side. Diving effort. Setter had no option but to put it over. Allie's going to get it to Jane. Jane unable to put it over the net. She tried to cut it hard. Ended up cutting it on our side. And we're tied at 3 apiece. Seems like we were just here. Set 1, we had the same outcome. This one will come at Greta. She'll pop it straight up. Allie runs under it. Jane will free ball it over, and everybody will get back in their spots. Pushed over to the right side. Cross court and out of bounds. No touch. That's a Rockwood point, 4-3. That'll go off of a platform and over to the wall, and that's an ace for Allie. She'll go back to that right side again. This one from the outside. Allie has to play it. Greta will get it over to Jane. Free balled over. A little regroup here. From the outside, and that one over the block and into the gap and down. Chloe will send that one up to Liv. She'll get it to Jane. Jane will put it off the libero, and a free ball coming our way. Greta to Liv with the slide to Delaney, and that'll work. As Delaney takes it off the top of the net and down into the Hertz donut. And we'll have a 2-point lead for Reagan as she comes in to serve. She'll send that one to the right side and get herself an ace. Goes back to the same spot. Libero lays out for it. From the outside, good dig by Greta. Liv runs around a few, gets it to Delaney. Delaney with a swing to the back left corner. Free ball coming. Delaney, Liv, back to Delaney. Delaney off the antenna, and that's a foul point. Takes us to the Hines 57 score, but we're on the right side of it on the 7 side. Line drive at Greta. Good job by Liv to keep that one up. And that one's going to get some air under it like a balloon at Disneyland and sails all the way out of bounds as Reagan watched it go by. Chloe will send it seam left, and that goes backwards, not forwards. And that's rejected by Delaney, but played up by Powell, and that's going to come back at us into the gap left and down. And kind of like I say on our side, keep the ball in play, good things happen, and that's what happened for Powell. Cuts the lead to 2. Reagan will pop that one forward. Liv gets it back to Delaney. Free balled over. Pushed over. Liv has to play it. Chloe with the out of system to Greta. Greta with another great cut. Stretching the lead to 3. Matt Kennedy will come back in. Start of the rotation. She'll go dead center in the Hertz donut. Diving effort, played it up. Allie will turn and dump it. Caught him sleeping. Had another one, 10-4. Or 10-6, sorry. Kennedy will go left side this time. Push back to the right side. Blocked at the net. Sit back over. Powell this time tries the outside. Chloe's got that one. Allie pushes it to Greta on the outside, and she cuts it and gets the kill. Now we're up a nickel on them, 11-6. There's another good block. This one comes across court. Kennedy and Reagan come together. Got a hand on it, but neither one of them able to get it to a teammate. So we probably got two hands on it. Chloe will play that one up to Allie. Greta gets it off the high hands. Powell plays it up. From the middle and down. And that lead is cut to 11-8. Reagan up to Allie. Cam will tool that off the block like a Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Stretch the lead back to 4. That one went a little too far, just a bit outside. Another Rockwood point, 13-8. Greta will try the left side. She'll land the aces. That hits the back left corner. And we're up a handful of the man Iniga Montoya is looking for. We're up 6, 14-8. Greta will try the middle. Setter turns and dumps it. Great job all the way around on defense there to get hands on it. And Kennedy pick it up, and Jane will turn and dump it into the open court, 15-8, and that'll be a timeout for Powell as they don't like what they're seeing. We'll be back after this timeout. Greta back to serve out of the timeout, 15-8. She'll send it into the middle. Setter's going to get it to her right side. And that's a no-no as Jane and Allie go up. And put that one Elvis-style return to sender. Greta goes middle again. Going to try the outside. That's just tipped over the block. Good job by Jane to dive in and get it. She'll send it over free ball. Outside again. That's got a net violation on Powell, as that was actually a clean kill for him. That's one they'll want back. Greta will try the left side. Free ball coming. See if they can do something with it. Kennedy to Allie. Allie's going to feed it to Jane. She'll find the Hertz donut. If you're going to do that too many times, Jane, you're going to have to offer them a cup of coffee with it, or at least some chocolate milk. Got him up 2 nickels now, 18-8. And Greta will send it right side. Sprayed around. Free ball. Greta. Allie. Slide to Cam. That's going to go too long. And we'll award Powell the point, 18-9. Kennedy got too accustomed to us serving, didn't know which way to throw the ball. So they'll serve it at her. She'll play it up to Jane. Allie had to duck out of the way, and Greta got an interesting hit on that one. But from the outside, Chloe will play that up, get some help from Greta. Greta will get the kill. That'll take us to 19-9, and Cam serving. Cam will send it right side, a big sprawl around, and that's an ace for Cam. She'll send this one knuckleball at the libero, and that overpass is cleaned up quick by Zoe Davis and Jane. Not sure who got hands on it, if they both did. It's 21-9. Cam's going to drop a short one into the Hertz donut. Back to the right side. Good job by Cam to read that as it came around the block, and Jane hit it through the block, but picked up, and that's rejected by Allie Solo, looked like. 22-9, and another timeout for Powell. We'll be back after the timeout. Cam serving as she'll send one into the Hertz donut again. This one coming from the outside, cross court. Great job by Jane to pick that up. And there's a big swing from their middle, and that'll go down for a kill for Powell, and it's 22-10. There's a deep serve, and that's going to fall in as Kennedy thought it was served out, but it took a nosedive at the very end. So we'll settle with having them doubled up, and 22-11, but Powell still serving. If you're just joining us, we did win the first set by a pretty decent margin, looking to close this out and win the first match. Kennedy's got that one eyeballed good as she gets it to Allie. Allie feeds it to Jane, and Jane makes quick work of it as she had a nice open look at the court and hammered that one down. Jane will go right side with it. Setter feeds it to her middle, tipped over. Chloe gets it up to Allie, back set to Delaney. Dump back middle. From the right side, had to back pedal. Allie has to play it. Chloe out of system to Greta from behind the 10-foot line, puts a good swing on it. On the outside, Jane. Allie back to Jane. She'll have to switch left-handed, and we're going to get a net violation on Jane as she wasn't able to control keeping out of the net on that one. Scores 23-12 in favor of the Thunder. Chloe up to Liv. Liv back feeds it to Jane. Powell from the outside. That's going to go off of our block and out of bounds. Line drive. Greta fights it off. Liv will get it to Jane. Jane's blocked, and that comes back. And all of a sudden, they're giving Powell some points here. We need 2 to just close this out. Need to get a quick side out and a point, and let's move on to the next match. Greta gets that one up to Liv. Back set on the slide to Delaney, and that's going to go too far. And Gabby says enough's enough, gets timeout, and we'll bring you the end after this timeout. All right, we're out of the timeout. Let's see if we can get that side out real quick. Jane will get it over to Liv. Liv's going to back set it to Delaney. Slide works this time as she tools it off the block down into the Hertz donut. And we'll have Reagan come in. See if we can get one serve and finalize this first match of the morning. She'll send it short middle. That's going to get played all the way around from way out on the right side. Chloe gets the out of system to Greta. Greta will tool it off the defender, and that'll do it. Set 2 in the books. That's a win for your Rockwood Thunder, and we'll be back in an hour to bring you match number 2. Thanks for joining.